I want you to tell the story. You were actually going to take you and your kids and hit the road for a year and travel the world. First of all, what got you thinking that way? What was the reason behind you doing that? And then tell us about some of the places you plan to visit.
At the end of last year, 2019, I thought, enough is enough. I'd been having the urge to just get out of Dodge for probably about 3 years. I love Los Angeles. It is a wonderful city, and I was raised there, but I'd kind of reached my climax and realized that I was ready for a different experience.
What made you choose Central and South America?
The work that I've been doing for the last decade has really been in bilingual education. I co-founded a bilingual preschool, and then I'm also founding parent of a bilingual elementary school. And a lot of the clients that I've served over the last, 7 years really want these immersive experiences for their kids. So I've generally concentrated our travel, also for my own children who I'm raising bilingually as well. I've concentrated the majority of our travel in Spanish-speaking countries so that they can have an immersive experience and strengthen their language skills. So that's primarily the reason why we were going to be spending the first part of our world schooling adventure here. That's not to say that the next year couldn't be a totally different series of countries, but that's where we're going to start.
Yeah.
You had a very interesting experience at the start of your journey because your kids were in the United States visiting with their father, and you had to make some fast, rapid changing plans to go and get them because of COVID. Tell us a little bit about that. I found that fascinating when you mentioned what happened to you.
When we left Costa Rica, COVID was not even in the conversation. I spent a glorious 3 weeks in Mexico, and on the 20th, I got tipped off that countries might be starting to shut down borders. And that day, Costa Rica announced that they were going to be shutting their borders on the 22nd of March. So this is on the 20th, and I'm in Mexico City, and I still had a whole entire week of itinerary planned in Mexico City, and I made a snap decision to change course.
I see here, I was looking at your resume, and I'm just going to read off something that says you're working on something called community living that combines sustainable practices with experiential learning. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, one of the conversations I think that also inspired me to leave the U.S. and take that leap is that I've been having the same conversation on repeat with a lot of folks, particularly young families, folks that are struggling in the context of urban life, having to work, be in the rat race, be in that hamster wheel, not having time to be with their family, not having time to cook at meals at night, and just really feeling like there's got to be a better way. Really just questioning, like, is there a better way to live? And part of what I've been wanting to kind of play with in a laboratory way is this, study of how do we live in harmony with the planet? How do we not rape and pillage it, but, cultivate a relationship where the planet gives, we receive, and we give back. I've been thinking a lot about the healing power of nature and how being outside and being under the sun, the vitamin D, that tends to be the thing that we all kind of lack in the urban context.
Was this part of your original thought process when you decided that you would go to Costa Rica? Because people love traveling, and there are many reasons for doing so. People love challenges. They love learning. They want to expand their perspective, getting in touch with yourself, appreciating life, building and strengthening relationships, having an adventure, escaping from LA, relaxing, and celebrating. Which category do you fit into?
All of the above. Guilty as charged.
I mean, to me, it sounds like you are creating a lifestyle. I heard two things in your answer: live to work instead of work to live.
Yeah.
And getting back in touch with, I don't want to say nature because that's kind of cliche-ish, but in a way it is. You're kind of getting back in touch with man's roots, if you will, and looking at sustainable everything.
Like I said, it's kind of a no-brainer. And I think, David, to your original question, which was like, was this a part of my plan before I came? I think this has always been a part of my plan, probably my 5-year plan, but I hadn't intended to do this right now. I thought, we'll travel the world for the next 2 to 3 years. We'll world school. We'll do what we do. And